Well, here we are at the Diamond H with a dirty tractor. I haven't washed this tractor all year long. The last time it's been bathed correctly was about September of last year. I don't know if you can really tell, but Big Red is nasty and been that way a while. Now, it hadn't been neglected. It's been serviced, greased, oil changed, everything's been seen about, but it has not gotten a wash. I've got a great friend up in Ohio. His name is Quentin. Quentin requested a video on how to thoroughly clean the tractor, but most importantly, how to protect it from the UV rays. And I plan on making a video. All this video will have the tractor being washed, how I did it, and what am I going to do to protect the plastic from fading and the paint from fading from the sunlight. And I've got some products that I bought that I've been using for a while. Started out using the same type of product on my side-by-sides for the trim and the paint to keep it from fading, and it works really good. So I'm gonna try put it on this tractor and see if we can all tell the results. Anyway, here's a before video of how nasty it is. I am not going to touch this tractor with a rag or a sponge or anything like that. What I do, and I'll explain that later how to mix it up, but what I do is mix I call it Monster Juice. The official name, the original name was Booty Juice. I just can't call it that, okay? So I renamed it Monster Juice. And basically, it consists of either Tide liquid detergent or any detergent of your choice. Tide works best, but I use a no-name brand. You mix about 32 ounces, well, 25 to 32 ounces of liquid laundry detergent and 20 ounces of purple degreaser. There's a lot of them out there, a lot of different brand names, but they all basically do the same thing. Then you mix water into that up in a gallon sprayer or a foam cannon, which is I'm using today. You let it soak for 5 minutes and rinse it off or wash it off with a hose. As you can tell, this tractor's nasty. I ought to be ashamed. But this is my #1 working tractor out of the 3 that I have. And it stays pretty doggone busy. If you're wondering what the tarp is back there, I'm not trying to protect it from getting wet. You just can't see that right now. So take your mind off that blue tarp. Anyway, let me get this hose hooked up and the foam cannon powered up, and let's get after it. Okay, we're gonna let that sit there and dry. Everybody and their brother knows that when something's wet, it looks clean and new. So this is not a comparison, but it is, all the dirt is gone. It fell off just like it's supposed to. This stuff was originated for race cars and side-by-side mud racing to get the stains off of the plastic. A lot of side-by-sides have a lot of plastic bodies on them, and race cars have aluminum skin, and a lot of them are painted white. That clay, that red clay at the racetrack would stick to them cars, and it'd be just near impossible to get it clean back to pure white again when they get home from the racetrack back to the race shop. Same thing goes for the side-by-sides. That mud down here in South Arkansas and in the entire Arklatex, we have red clay, black clay, we got every kind of clay, sand, mud, swamp, you name it, we got it. We don't have a lot of rocks down here, but we sure have a bountiful amount of mud. Anyway, that's what the Monster Juice, booty juice, the Monster Juice was originated for several years. I've been using it personally since 2020 when I bought the side-by-side that I own now, and it's done real well. As you can see, that looking at that tractor right now, you probably can't see it from this distance, but it's clean. So I'm gonna let the tractor sit here and dry while I do other duties around the Diamond H. I'll be back when the tractor's dry and give you a close-up what it looks like. I promise you I will not touch that tractor. I'm going back to my shop and continue on another project that I was working on before I started this one. Okay, the tractor's been sitting there and it's almost completely dry. The hood and all the fenders and everything is completely dry. As you can see, the tires are black again. I did no scrubbing whatsoever. I sprayed that Monster Juice on there, let it soak, and then rinsed it off with a water hose. I failed to mention earlier that I do not use a pressure washer on my tractor or other equipment unless it's totally necessary, which normally it's not necessary. I use the water pressure of the hose and a hose mounted foam cannon to keep from putting high pressure on the engine or the electrical connections and all that. I just don't want to take a chance on pushing water into the electrical connections. They're not waterproof completely anyway, and I just do not want to have any problems like that. So I use a water hose with just water pressure, and it's usually fine. Full disclosure, I was fixing to start the camera over closer to the tractor, and I noticed that I've got bug droppings. My tractor shed has open sides, so birds or something, there's something on the hood I've got to wipe off, and I'll use a foam window glass cleaner. I'm just going to hit the top of that hood where those little dark brown spots have dried up. There's no telling how long they've been on there, and they're ultra hard. I said I wasn't going to touch it, but I would rather not put this next coating that I'm fixing to use on there with those being on there. So full disclosure, I'm going to wipe the top of the hood down to get those little brown spots off with a foaming glass cleaner. Okay, I hit that hood with one spray and 2 wipes on the hood. Get those little brown spots off of there. But as you can see, it was already really clean. That mixture, what I call Monster Juice, it's kind of amazing. I think it's a laundry detergent with the help of that degreaser, but look, well, the camera makes these tires look a little lighter than they are. But standing here looking at these tires, not through the lens, these tires are black as a crow. No mud, no stains. There's no stains on the frame. It's glossy again. My ITC chainsaw carrier is black again with no stains on it. I didn't do a good job of rinsing this floor mat off, but look how much cleaner that is. And that's not just from spraying it with water got it that clean. This thing was stained. Again, the camera makes it look a little lighter, makes it look grayer, light gray than it is, but it's black as a crow, I assure you. These tires and wheels are all clean. Okay, I'm gonna hit this hood and the red parts with this product. And when I get the camera on the tripod, I'll show you what I'm using. Today I'm using a product from TRIAX Lubricants called Seal. It's a ceramic emulsion hard shell sealant. It's a complete UV protective coating. It's hydrophobic and very waterproof once it's cured and buffed out. That's what we're going to do next. I use 4 different things, not necessarily all at once. Today I'm just using this and the Monster Juice to wash it. But you can use just about anything that you want. I just prefer this Seal from TRIAX. I'm not sponsored by TRIAX. They didn't send this to me. I bought this with my own money. They don't even know about it. So I'm going to spray this on there, let it cure 5 to 10 minutes, and then I'm going to come back with a microfiber cloth and buff it out, and we'll see the difference. I've already showed you the before after it's been washed and dried, and we'll check it out after this. By the way, this stuff smells like pina coladas. This TRIAX Seal is safe for rubber, paint, vinyl, trim, just about anything. Polycarbonate glass. It's safe for all of that. I didn't mean for this video to go so long, but I have another product I was going to show you, but I'm about to run out of time here. So let me get this buffed out and let's see what happens. Hopefully it shines up really well. I expect it to. It's already clean if I didn't do anything else to it. Well, what do you think about that? That buffed out real nice and shiny. I'd call that a win. Y'all take care.